television didn't influence our behavior, why would advertisers spend millions of dollars every year on TV commercials? Of course TV has an effect on us. You watch, as I did 30 years ago, you watch the Vietnam War on TV, you are changed. Now, Mr. McCoy will no doubt tell you that this is a matter of freedom of speech, that this is a First Amendment issue. It is not. It is about what you as parents already know, that your children are mesmerized when they watch TV, how they copy what they see. They act out karate fights after watching Power Rangers. And here we have Eddie Chandler, who was abused, exploited, and discarded by people he thought were his friends. Eddie Chandler, who for 30 years was bombarded with televised fantasies of bloodshed and vengeance and cruelty that turned him into a violence junkie. Television told him it's okay to kill. Television. Now, the judge will instruct you that if you find mitigating circumstances, for example, if my client acted under an irresistible compulsion to commit violence, then you can acquit him of the top count of murder one and find him guilty of first-degree manslaughter. I am not asking you to absolve him of all blame, just the blame that properly belongs to those who infected his mind.
Mr. Pressman is right. This is not a First Amendment issue. We can all agree that what we see powerfully affects us, but that doesn't excuse us from being decent human beings or from making moral choices. What we choose to watch and how we react is up to us. The baby boom generation, to which Congressman Maxwell and I both belong, grew up watching hundreds of hours of violent TV. We dressed up like Davy Crockett with his trusty rifle Old Betsy, like Hopalong Cassidy with his pearl-handled six-shooters. And what was the result of all this make-believe, TV-inspired violence? We grew up to be a generation that marched against war and preached peace, love, and flower power. And, yes, Mr. Pressman watched the Vietnam War on TV. And how did that change him? I looked up his record. He became a conscientious objector and a Harvard law professor. Dangerous guy, huh? We are creatures of free will and moral choice. No matter what we see, read, or hear, we still make choices. Eddie Chandler, a man who murdered and tortured two innocent people, chose evil.
On the first count of the indictment in the death of Jennifer Galen, murder in the second degree, how do you find?
We find the defendant, Edward Chandler, guilty.
On the second count of the indictment in the death of Stuart Steiner, murder in the first degree, how do you find?
We find the defendant, Edward Chandler, guilty.
Have you seen the crimson?